Sports. Coming up, dual threat, Christian.
Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Tennessee Titans and the Carolina Panthers. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. That catch good for only a yard, and it will be third down. And we roll now on the graphics for the offensive starters.
Let's take a look at the left tackle, Taylor Lewan. A big, gregarious guy with great athletic ability. Plays the game with a little bit of an edge. In fact, he doesn't play to the whistle. He plays to the echo of the whistle.
Dumps it off to Lewis. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3-and-out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Come on. You better bring.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Ready. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Cover.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Great. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it to the right side, and he's got more complete. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. They forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
Ready.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. Again, Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 33.
Yeah, Greg Olsen's back for his 13th. NFL season. The last 9 have been in a Panthers uniform. Only 9 games for him a year ago. 7 the season before due to injuries. But when healthy, a 1,000-yard receiver in 2014, 15, and 16.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Now a first down throw for Newton. And they got the hook up. This is Olsen. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. And the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Newton. And the tight end Olsen, right side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the offense is doing the dictating, and they should have other things open up as well.
Check. 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 Greg. Mike, check. 59. Time to go.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And he's got his target. That's more. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Hey, alert 3.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
3 bucks. 20. Slam.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Cam Newton with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pop on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning to his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now, we get to turn it all loose.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak. Got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his... And now off to the races, down the right right side. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis, his 6th touchdown. The season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On second down and 4, Newton. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
Gun. 59.
Out of the gun, Newton. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Shaq Thompson racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. The pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Shaq Thompson, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it. Play action. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Shaq Thompson in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Taking it about the 36. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Then they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit and try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Back to the street. 55. Stay with your man. He's coming. Double up. He's coming, double up.
Good try, caught by Moore. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there, first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
20. Out. Joker. He's coming. 8. Gun.
On first down, Muhammad. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Just beating the play clock is Newton. And it's caught by Olsen. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 23. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Check. Watch it before. Let's put him on the bus.
Here's Artis Payne. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Shut down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys who respond, they played that one perfect.
And rode him right out of bounds. Now Artis Payne. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 16 yards at first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. This Titan defense, they just will not give in easily. Looking for another stop, 3rd and goal. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Cam Newton with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers have taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Working out of the gun, Mariota. It's caught Humphries. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6'6" here to start the ballgame. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Mariota. He gives it to Humphries. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Dion Lewis, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you get a brand-new ball game. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position.
Take pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Newton to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say, we'll see what happens. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So thanks to the late touchdown, due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They will take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the 2nd half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
And here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensive. You don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
You don't want none.
Artis Payne. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Mike, let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Bang, 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 bang. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They'll run again here with Artis Payne. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very much ground.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, but it's going to be second down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Jarrell Casey with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find some way to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And the pressure gets to him again. Cameron Wake in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do in the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
Great this time. To throw on 2nd and 6, Mariota. They give him a gain of 38.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down, turned into first down and then second. Now Lewis here on first down. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now on 2nd and 13. Mariota, it comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, and it's picked up by the Panthers. The 20, 10, and he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. So many times, tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They've got the lead as they begin this drive 1st and 10, trying to forget about that loss last week to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Derrick Henry, they have not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He takes this for 3 to the 29. On 3rd down, Mariota. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Shaq Thompson, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position. Because anyone can go after the quarterback and their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
So here are the Panthers set to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it. This is Muhammad. Oh, good move. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They go again with Muhammad. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Muhammad. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they'll set up with a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
20. Give me that ball. Give me that ball.
Now a give, right side. Muhammad. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop it behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's it, baby.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4.
Let's go.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
And he can't get away. Mariota goes down, and that is going to be a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points, that means this is now a 2-score game.
Yeah, and that's tough to deal with, isn't it? This little time left. Those 2 points doesn't seem like a lot, but it means everything now. Those are going to be the ones we're going to look back on. Those 2 points right there, play the game.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll run on 1st down. Muhammad. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Check, check. Watch it before. Watch it before. 20. You got blocked. 8. Tighten up. 36.
They'll run with Muhammad. Well, I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
He rifles complete, caught by Moore. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. They're never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense. And he will score! Touchdown, Titans! Corey Davis, 79 yards, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Let's go, D.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton, complete to White. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Newton now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Here we go. Man, I got you. Switch it. Come on.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Throw left side complete. It's Moore. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Mariota sets to lead this offense. Down by 5. A minute 56 to go. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Brian Burns in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo.
Mariota to throw for it on 4th. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Brian Burns. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Muhammad, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
25, check 25.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. This started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And the Titans getting set to go. They're down here in a 1-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what
they can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Completes it to Davis. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
They have 1 big call left. Here we go. So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
So a big two-point conversion attempt forthcoming for the Titans. He's back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, 5.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. We got it. We got it.
Boy, that got pretty close to disaster. Going for two, you cough it up. They almost returned it all the way to the other end for two for themselves.
You think electron ball security is in order here? Because and it's not just taking care of it, it's what you just talked about. What can result when you don't take care of it? They almost gave up a score.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could. Try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day. Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road. But there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it wasn't really all